Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we're going to have a look at the top 5 worst boss battles in Mario games. Bosses in Mario titles have a habit of being somewhat simple. There are exceptions, and some of the bosses in the series are absolutely incredible, but more often than not it's just hit the weak spot 3 times and grab the thing that falls out of it. But there are bosses who stand out as being exceptionally poor at their profession. To keep things interesting, this is only going to include main series 2D and 3D Mario games, so no Yoshi titles, no spin-offs, and definitely no Donkey Kong Racing. But enough waffling, let's get right into it. Formerly just Big Bob-omb, not only does this geezer apparently rule over little more than a hill in a box canyon populated by minions more inclined to spontaneously combust than actually do any work, but in order to overcome him all you have to do is pick him up and toss him a few feet forward 3 times. Being the first boss in Super Mario 64, he is fairly iconic and there's something endearing about his simple design, but you have to wonder how someone this incompetent was able to rule over as monarch of anything. King Bob-omb, you're a favourite of mine and you're certainly a groovy mule, but you are really bad at your job. Now, I'm not talking about King Boo when he managed to take over an entire mansion, scare the wobblies out of Luigi and trap Mario himself in a painting, and not just because that's not a main series title, I'm talking about the fight you have with him in Super Mario Sunshine. Instead of actually doing something, he just floats about in a marginally menacing manner, spouting the very ammunition you need to defeat him. The fight's long, fairly dull, and wouldn't even be possible if he didn't rely solely on the literal fruit machine to decide his attacks. Stick to mansion haunting, matey. 9 fireballs, dead. Well, not dead per se, but the fight's over at the very least. For all the great things about New Super Mario Bros., the first boss fight with Bowser Jr. has to be the absolute worst. You can literally just spam the run button with a fire flower and kill him every time without fail. You don't need to move, you don't need to jump, you just need to slap the Y button around. And does Itty Bitty Bow Wow do anything to prevent his fate? Well, considering how many times you must have seen this boss fight in this video alone, you can probably draw your own conclusions. Although technically not Bowser, they're actually just his minions disguised as him somehow, these Bowser fights are so outlandish it's laughable. According to Bowser logic, the best way to defeat Mario is to stand on an unstable bridge in front of an axe that for some reason causes the entire structure of the surface you're standing upon to collapse. This wouldn't be a problem if Bowser didn't also think it would be a great idea to have lava flowing underneath said bridge. You know what, it's this kind of short-sightedness that means you can never hold on to a princess for any more than a few worlds, Bowsy boy. Boomboom has to be the worst Mario boss in history. Not only is this bloke embarrassingly easy to kill, but he also has the gall to show up in Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Super Mario 3D World. He's generic, weak, dull, and could be considered easier to kill than some of the standard enemies. Simply put, this guy is just a little bit too pathetic to even be considered a threat, and yet for some reason Nintendo keep using him. Some things are apparently just beyond explanation. So there you have it, the top 5 worst boss fights in the Mario series. Not all opinions are the same though, so if you've got your own idea of what embodies a terrible boss, then chuck it down there in the comments below. Someone somewhere is bound to be interested in what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you suspend that subscribe button precariously over a vat containing a large quantity of some sort of dangerous substance, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.